Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scabagon, my hometown. This week's guest is Davy Baysinger from the band Bleach. In a wide-ranging conversation, the squids chat about hotel breakfast, reviving a band, AI, college, audio adrenaline, getting signed, play the Interlinc game, talk about Bleach 30, and more.
So my connection was said to be unstable, and now it seems better.
Yeah, you
that's good.
You're spot on right now.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you. As long as it lasts, I'll take it.
What part of this great nation are you in right now?
Oh, the country of Oregon.
Oh, the country of Oregon. Callback.
Yeah, I'm in Roseburg. I'm in the same town I was in when we talked to Jeff Betker from 90 Pound Wuss and a raft of dead monkeys.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is this also the one where you went for a run?
Probably.
Was that the one to the liquor store and back?
Oh, no, that was Astoria.
Oh, right. That was Astoria. That's right.
Filming location for many classic and beloved movies.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't complete the band names. Jeff and the Hideous Thieves. Jeff Suffering.
That's true. That's right, yeah.
And Dry Bones.
Dry Bones with a Z.
Yep.
Okay. Now we can continue the conversation.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yeah.
We have something to tell you.
Okay.
The guest is not coming.
Oh.
This is an intervention.
Okay.
Mom?
Mom, why are you on the podcast?
I had no idea where that was going. Oh, wow.
Don't hurt your back, Pete.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good, brother. Oh.
Didn't have that one on the bingo card.
Oh, my gosh. That was good.
Yeah, neither. That was insane. Like, yeah. I legit had no idea until like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't know.
Right. Because that probably would have drastically changed my opinion of the church.
Yes. Very much so.
Certainly didn't help even, 3 years ago, but it definitely would have. Yeah.
That was a good episode, Kevin. Well done. I was listening to it right before we started here, really.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I
was like, like at the time when you're recording, like I kind of was like, man, I'm like all over the place. Like,
was I charming? Was I funny? That's the question.
You were all of the above. I enjoyed it thoroughly, especially since we never hear you talk on this podcast.
Right.
Right.
So
what's the name of the podcast that you don't talk on?
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to shut up and just let you talk because it was a great episode.
Yeah.
Wallace, have you been on the I Survived youth group in the 90s?
I have.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's been a while, right? It's been like more than 6 months.
I believe so. Yeah, the first episode I ever listened to was your episode, Brock.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Yeah. That's how I found out about it. And then y'all had Caleb on a Pickle Home Companion, and he said, "Hey, anybody can come on." And I was like, I qualify.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hey,
I am anyone.
Anybody.
Yeah, and like really before we recorded, they're like, "We really don't know you at all." I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be fun."
Oh man, your episode was fun too.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It's always fun because then when you get done, you're like, "I should have said that. So,
yeah,
been there.
That's what we'll say after tonight is done, right?
Right.
Well, this is for Missy. Hey, Pete, how was the football game?
So the pigskin throughout the air. Now let me talk about every play that happened in that game. So in the first quarter, the Patriots went on a 21-0 run, and our hopes were dashed. Our hopes were low, but then we remembered the Buffalo Bills were a second half team, and boy, were they ever. Came back on a 28-7 run and beat the New England Patriots in New England. 35-31. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. It was such a good game.
In the snow.
It wasn't snowing that hard, but it was still beautiful.
Well, guys, if any difficulties persist with my Wi-Fi, I will apologize. And if I drop out and just pop back in again, yeah, you know what to do.
Just keep popping.
Block me. Block me.
Block me.
Davy is here. Should we let him in?
Oh,
Should we?
snap.
Do we want him on the podcast?
Does anyone have an intro?
Josh,
I
do you
do.
want him on the podcast?
Yes, let him in.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, here we go. That's my entering music.
That's really good. That was
Thank
was it
you.
the original.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
What's up,
Good to
dude?
see you again.
Good to see you guys, man. How y'all living?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Doing all right.
much better now. All right, let's go. Yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like I don't know. People always say this. I feel like I'm busy, really busy. And I don't know,
Yep.
part of it I do to myself, but starting a band back up, all the things. So, but it's
exciting.
Yeah, but it's good.
I like kicking it off with starting a band back up. That's really cool.
That's honestly the best thing you can say to get us interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I was already interested, but now I'm like cranked to 11.
I mean, getting the band back up was the best thing that happened to me in 2025. So
Well, let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah, so Josh is joining us here.
Awesome.
He's our fifth squid, and he is stoked. That's the whole reason he was at Furnace Fest, was for you guys. So it's cool to have him and especially you here. And this is gonna be cool.
Heck yeah.
So Brock, you got an intro for our guest?
I sure do.
I love
sure
it. Now he's just taking over. I love it.
do. David, did you have any questions for us before we jump in?
No, let's
We've
go.
been told how untethered we are and how
I love it.
What a mess this can be. What's the best kind? The beautiful sorts of messes, I think.
Yeah, our
Cool.
our only two rules are, if you have anything you want left out, just say timeout, and then Kevin, our fearless editor, will take that out. And then our second rule is let's get going.
All right. Let's go. How many timeouts do I get? Real quick.
Well, that's true. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see.
you know
Well,
what?
in the first half, it's unlimited for you.
And
Unlimited.
one challenge, but if it's overturned,
Yeah, and that's only because you're wearing Bass Pro Shops hat, so that gives you the extra challenge.
right.
There you go. I really like to fish.
I love it. I was just at Bass Pro Shops in Foxborough, thank you, Massachusetts, right up near Gillette, and I went in there and I almost picked up that same hat.
Yeah, it's hard to pass them up. They're like $5.99. I don't know
Exactly.
anything else you can buy for that.
And all the different
Right.
colors too.
Can't get Taco Bell for that. Can't get it.
It's like the Costco hot dog of apparel,
Yes,
the loss leader.
that is true.
Davy Baysinger is the lead singer of a band called Muffin. Muffin rose to fame. I think everyone thought they were great, but what he is best known for is probably Royal Empire Music.
There you go.
Davy, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Oh man, thanks for having me. I'm stoked to hang out with you guys.
This is cool.
We will give you a little bit of a heads up. Brock's at a hotel right now, and the Wi-Fi is kind of iffy. So,
Okay.
so if he gets booted out, I'll just let him back in as soon as he can. So,
Yeah, I'll apologize now for the network errors that are sure to happen. So
What hotel chain is it? That's the question.
it's IHG. I'm not afraid to call them out because their Wi-Fi is not good.
Oh man.
Well, we won't
But
them
they
as
have
a
free
sponsor.
breakfast. So,
Right.
Here's the thing. You
Plus.
tell me, Davey, you've stayed in a couple of hotels, I would imagine, doing some touring, playing with a band. Do you have any hotel breakfast tricks?
I mean, I don't know that it's ever great, unless you're like staying at a real nice one where you have to pay for the hotel breakfast. But
Sure.
I usually just get yogurt and like fruit. I don't know. I don't know if I have any tricks. Coffee.
Yeah, I've got, this is the yogurt for my hotel breakfast.
That's a good.
My trick has been, you tell me if this seems like a good idea or not, but if there is some sort of like breakfast meat, like a sausage patty or something, what I will do is I will make myself one breakfast, which I take back to the room and put into the hotel fridge. I save that for dinner because when I'm back from the workday, I want a little snack, but I don't need a bunch, and I don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money. And I'd rather keep the per diem so I can buy Bleach records. But
Hey.
I also want to have breakfast. So I'm going to grab my first breakfast and put that in the fridge for later. I'm going to go back down and have a second breakfast immediately. And that's the one that I have as actual sustenance for the workday. So
That's a good plan. That's a solid plan.
Yeah.
Breakfast or dinner is always a good choice too, I feel like.
Oh, 100%.
I think it is, but I also have to say that, that turkey sausage doesn't hit the same way at 5 p.m. as it does at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, that makes sense. Pizza's like what you're wanting, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. So I might get that tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, all that to say, apologize for the connectivity if it becomes an issue.
Oh, it's good right now.
Yeah. Well, let's take advantage of it while it's here. I've got a question for you, Dave. I'm just curious because I've heard you on a couple of podcasts, and you've given some interviews. You folks are starting back up, getting some new music together. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the new music is to be determined at this point. We don't. I mean, we have like a Dropbox full of. I mean, there's probably 100 song ideas on there, but I think I'm just kind of feeling like, hey, we just got to start fresh. So, which is weird. I mean, some of those may come back, but I don't know. Especially after doing those shows in we did like 3 shows last year, which is a real busy year. I tell you, 3 shows.
Hey, if you haven't played in a while, that's
right.
busy. Yeah.
But they were great. They were great, and so I think after that, we were just like, yeah, we want to write some rock music. I think so. Some of the stuff that I've written over the last, and that we've all written over the last, 20 years of not being in a band was more. It seems more chill, So.
Mm-hmm.
So we need like another band too. We need like a couple of bands to carry all this equipment, all these new songs and all the ideas. We're gonna have the Bleach project, and then there's gonna be another Davy project somewhere else with the other material. Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe, I don't know. I've thought about it. I mean, I haven't done it yet, so I want to. There's a ton of stuff because a lot of the stuff that I wrote, like I feel like I wrote way more music in the time we weren't a band. When you're a band, you're playing shows, and then you get off tour for 2 or 3 weeks, and you're like, oh gosh, we gotta write.
Right,
And you are writing a little bit, like during sound check, people are playing ideas and stuff, but it doesn't go very far. So to actually flesh it out, it's like, yeah, but after the band broke up, like I was just like, man, all this stuff came flooding out. And that part of it too is life. I write songs, it's like my therapy, so it's like if I sing about it, it makes me feel better about it. And I went through a lot of life in that time. I went through a divorce, I went through, some breakups and all the stuff you're supposed to, breakups and things like that you're supposed to do when you're in high school and college. I did it in my 30s, so 30s and 40s. So yeah, so had a lot of writing to do.
Now, if someone does want to check out one of those mellow songs, they can join the Discord and get it, right?
Yeah, there's one. So thank you for that. So we have this thing called a Discord, which I didn't have any clue what it was. You guys probably all are. You guys gamers?
A little bit.
Not really. But I have Discord.
I have Discord, but I'm not a gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it started out for gamers or something.
It did. Yeah.
So, but it's kind of like a message board from back in the day. So,
right.
One of the things we loved was that our website used to have the forum or the message board, and that's kind of not as easy to find these days, but we loved it. And so we started this Discord to basically take the place of that, which has been awesome. And if you sign up for it, we give you a free song. It's a demo. It's not a complete song, but it's pretty well produced. Just there's still parts I wish were like there's a middle section that doesn't have anything on it. It was supposed to have some parts on it, but it's cool. I think. So yeah, you can get that, and it's not like soft, but it's definitely more reflective.
Cool.
Yeah, I will say that Discord is a hopping place.
Man.
It's fun. That's where we try to announce everything early there. Like we had when our vinyl came out online, somehow none of us leaked it. I don't think I didn't leak it, but yeah, there you go. Oh, look, I love you guys.
Someone holding a record right now.
You got to see our numbers though.
That's right.
What numbers you guys got? You got that at Furnace Fest though.
Yeah, yes, I did, sir. Yeah, both of us
That's
did.
awesome.
3 and 4.
Yeah, so we first released it. I mean, we've kind of just made it fun,
Right.
First off, everything's made on that vinyl's made like by us with our
So
hands.
cool.
I
Yeah.
think that's one thing we're wanting to do too with AI the way it is. We could probably get in a deep conversation with that, but like I don't know if you know how like crazy. I don't know if you want to say good, but AI is how convincing it is
Yeah. There you go.
music right now, but it's unreal. I mean, it is like I would have never thought it would get this far or this good, And so, I mean, a lot of the people in Nashville now are literally using it to write songs, and they have different levels of like how much they feel good about it. Like some are writing the whole thing, some are like just giving a couple prompts, but anyway, all that to say, we like if you're into like there's fast food out there, but if you're into cooking, you want to cook,
Right.
And
Let him cook.
Yeah, we want to cook. We like playing music, Everything we're doing is like we're trying to just do it DIY and just have fun with it, So anyway, the vinyl, back to the Discord. I kind of went on a real tangent there. But
You're right at home here, my friend. You're right at home.
Good.
We were following it. We were in.
So the vinyl, we didn't announce it. Like I didn't even know when it was going to be posted live.
Okay.
So we have a special edition that came out on SMLXL, which is like a vinyl shop.
Right.
And I didn't know it was going to go live, and then I think somebody was just like we'd mentioned we were going to sell it on that site, so somebody just kept checking it, and the owner, Mike, this guy named Kondo, was like, "Hey, we're gonna make this live tomorrow. I'm gonna send an email out tomorrow, but I'm gonna make it live today." And so somebody on our Discord found it. Wow. I guess they were just checking it, and then they posted a link to it, and we didn't even know that anybody knew. And like that next morning, Kondo called me. I was like, "Hey man, when are you gonna announce it?" He's like, "Dude, you already half sold out. You've already sold half of them." And we're like, to me, like we've been a band that's always been like, I don't know, like struggled. We try really hard. We work really hard. It's like a working man's band. And so for us to sell half of them, we're just like, what?
Oh man!
So our minds were blown. And then he announced it, and I didn't even know he sent the email out. And then he just an hour later he texted me and said, "Dude, we're sold out. I announced it like 45 minutes ago. I sent an email."
Nice.
And he's like, "I didn't even send it to my whole email list. He just sent it to I think he sent it to just Reliant K, people who bought Reliant K records before."
Okay.
I don't know why he chose that, but
well, yeah, that's their big draw. Yeah.
So that kind of, I don't know why I brought that whole thing up to say, but like it's been fun. It's been really fun, and we would just want to make everything as human as possible.
I'm grateful to hear that. Thank you. That's the sort of thing that I don't know. It's a little bit disheartening to me to think about like all the humanity being wrung out of entertainment, music, and whatever else we like. And it feels good to know that there are some people who are still interested in making something that's very organic, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so my one thing with AI that I've recently it's just a website. Suno is the website.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, sure.
Right.
And there's more. You can sign up for you can pay for like the advanced versions, but I just got on the regular one and I thought, well, I'm just going to put this voice demo this song idea that I wrote. I want to put it on there and see what it does. Well, I'm going to send this to you guys because it's going to blow your mind. But like I put it on there. It only allowed me to upload a minute of the song.
Okay.
So the song was maybe like 2 minutes long. The actual demo was maybe 2 minutes, and it just cuts it.
That's how they get you. Yeah.
Just a hard cut, right in the middle of the song, right in the middle of the second verse.
You're vibing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, it didn't affect it at all. It just uploaded that So it's just a voice memo. And so I see a button that says extend song. So I'm thinking, well, I'll just see what it does. So I hit extend song and then it says type in the lyrics. So I just type in the exact lyrics that I'd written, and 30 seconds later it knew. I don't know how it knew. I didn't tell it chord changes or anything. It just like automatically followed the first part of the song and into the song, and it's a voice memo. So it's me like creaky,
Yeah.
like you can hear like noise and everything, and my voice isn't perfect, and it finished it, and it sounds just like me. Like
Wow.
everybody I played it for, even like studio guys. I'm like, tell me when it changes, and nobody. I know when it changes, but nobody else could.
Oh my gosh.
So it's just scary, you know.
Mhm.
I think
Pretty soon we won't have to podcast anymore.
I know. It's I'm not like anti-technology, you know. I feel like it's good, but like I think what scares me the most about it is like my nephew sent me some designs. He goes, "Check out Uncle Dave, check out these designs I made." And I'm like,
Right.
he's like sending them every 10 seconds, you know, and
Right.
I'm like, dude, did you make them or did AI make them? He's like, no, I made them. I mean, I gave AI the prompts, and
Oh.
I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
She didn't really make them, yeah.
But the scary part about it to me is that we go from a problem or the lack of something, an idea, immediately to the final product.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no journey in between.
Right.
I feel like it's so important for human beings. That's how we grow. There's that journey is more important than the destination. It's more important than the idea, in my
Right.
mind. Like
Yeah.
that's how we become who we are. And so that's the part that scares me the most, is that it's there's no challenge, you know? So
Mhm.
there's no sitting in your bedroom and just playing guitar, you know, working on scales or working or like trying to craft a song. Like literally in 30 seconds it's done, you know? So
Right.
crazy. It's nuts. But sorry, we want to
Yeah.
go on an AI tangent there.
Oh,
It's all good. No.
Let's be
that's all
real.
right.
Let's be human beings.
No, that's well, and that
Yeah.
but that whole AI is so interesting right now because of where we're at as in society and music and in art. So it's okay to go down a little bit of that road. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's worth. I think the artists of today need to think about what we want out of it too, because otherwise, at some point, the machine starts driving us. Right. At some point, it's no longer art that reflects our experience. It's us like reflecting the machine's experience or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's probably better not to think of it in terms of good or bad, although I'm sure there are ethics to be considered, but just about like, quality versus not so quality. Like we all know what good sounds like, and we all know what, mediocre sounds like. And so it's nice to get the good from the people, I think, whenever we can. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm challenged in that because there's a lot of bad out there by humans too. So it's like
oh,
Yeah,
sure.
true. Yeah.
I listen to some of the AI, like some of the stuff friends have played me, and I'm just like, I would listen to that. Like
Mhm.
Right.
I
Right.
would, I
It's in
would,
my lane.
yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how it came about, but I mean, I don't love that there was no human, but
Mhm.
it's weird too to think like somebody was telling me too that they had it write a worship song, and they were they found themselves like in a worshipful state from the machine that's soulless, you know. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's like it just feels real manipulative, you know, in a weird way. So I don't know. I'm not anti all of it. I just think I think you're right. It's just finding the balance, and really you kind of got to do what you feel in your gut. And for me, I love making rock music, and so I love
Mhm.
making art, and so we are leaning into that. You know, AI
Mhm.
cannot, at least at this point so far, it can't do a live show. So let's do
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Fingers crossed. Let's hope it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell you that live show at Furnace Fest was
Terminator live. Sorry.
amazing. Yeah, no, yeah, Brock, you weren't there. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know. I wish I could have been. I was bummed.
Oh,
And
we don't.
honestly, David, this is where, yeah, I wish I could have gone to Furnace Fest to see your set because that was, I think you folks were the biggest draw, like the ones I would have been most excited to see. So I'm
Oh,
sorry I missed it. Pete, tell us about it. How great was it?
Well, I feel like Josh needs to tell us about it because he'd never been to Furnace Fest, and as soon as the lineup was announced, he pounced. And
Yep.
I'll
Josh, how great
go
was it?
from there,
yeah.
my man.
It was the best set there.
Ah,
And, I mean,
Well,
it was literally my most look forward to set. And actually, I had went ahead and bought my tickets, and so I was ready to go. And then one day I saw, I think Jared like posted something saying, "Is it time to bring back the good times?"
yeah.
And I literally like texted these guys, and I'm like, dude, that background, that's Furnace Fest. I'm like, they're playing Furnace Fest, and literally they announced Bleach the next day at Furnace Fest.
Yeah.
And I was like, the stars have aligned because I've told these guys I missed y'all back in the day.
yep.
Yeah.
Here I got this right here, this the Back to the Few tour,
Yeah.
and so like right here, you guys came. I'm in South Carolina. Y'all came through Greenville, and I think I waited to get tickets. It was a venue I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah.
And when I went to buy tickets, it was sold out. And I wasn't used to like shows selling out.
Yeah.
And so that's been like my biggest show regret that I didn't get to see y'all back then. And I told these guys, I was like, my white whale is Bleach. If I could ever see them, and this is before y'all ever announced y'all were back together.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so then when I was like, oh, I'm going to Furnace Fest, now Bleach is going to play Furnace Fest. It just like lined up perfectly. So,
Dude, that's awesome. That makes me
yep.
happy, man. I'm glad
Oh,
it
yeah.
worked out. It's crazy how it came about. Like so we had the show in Florida, and then we were like, man, I'd love to do Furnace Fest. And so Milam reached out to Chad, who runs it, and Chad was like, yeah, man, we don't have any space. And so we're like, okay, cool. And then like 2 or 3 months later, he's like, hey man, a spot opened up if you want to play. And we're like, yep. So I mean, we almost weren't on it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad it worked out. So do
Yeah.
you want to tell the story about the Furnace Fest merch?
Yeah, so all the other guys went the night before, and we were all planning on going up and seeing Jimmy Eat World and
Right.
some of the other bands. And Sam and I waited back for the merch for our T-shirts, and we had a few left over from the Florida show, but we had like a brand new designs and some other things, and we literally were waiting. It got to be about I think 6 o'clock. It was like 5:30, and I was like, I'm driving to FedEx right now because I ship a lot of stuff out of that FedEx. So I was
Mhm.
like, know those people. So I was like, I just drove over there, and I show up like 5 minutes before they close, and I'm just like, hey, I'm looking for this shipment, and she's like, oh, that's Ground, that's not us, that's the other. So she gave me a phone number.
Right.
I I literally just called the guy, and I'm like, hey, can you talk to one of your drivers? Like, and they're like, yeah, we don't know. It's actually a subcontractor. And there was a long, big story. Basically, it's like, it's out for delivery. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but the driver came back with it on the truck and didn't take it to your house.
Hmm.
And I was like, can we make sure he sends it to my house so it was like 7:30 or something like that, and the driver pulls up, and I mean, I was chasing trucks around the neighborhood, like if I saw
Right.
he pulls up, and we're just like, wow, yeah, and he was like, he was kind of like taken off guard, and I was like, dude, like, I got to get you a hat. So I
Yeah.
gave him, but I was like, I need this. I'm leaving now. So yeah, so we left as soon as we got it. But
Yeah. Your video, that the whole story was awesome to see. Like, because we
Yeah.
were even talking about that at Furnace Fest. Like, did you see the merch didn't get there yet? Did you see the merch just got there? Yeah.
yeah,
So it was like even a buzz the day before. At the festival. It was pretty cool.
that is funny. Yeah, yeah, I'm just glad it showed up. Worked out.
Yeah. So Davey, I'm a big Audio Adrenaline fan.
Okay, yeah,
So yeah, do you want to talk about the early days at Kentucky Christian College?
yeah. Audio Adrenaline was like, I think like 4 years in front of us. Like by the time we got there, they'd already moved to Nashville, but they were kind of like a beacon of hope. Like, hey, I think some people went to that school. I didn't, but I think some people actually went there because they were like, maybe I can get a record deal if I go to that school.
Mm.
And they were like the success story, and so we went, and when they were there, they were like a ministry team. Like they let them like they gave them a van. They like set up gigs for them, like the music department. And so when we got there, they were like, nope. They were like, no. And then yeah, so then basically, long story short, we added a guitar player, and that was his dad was a professor at Kentucky Christian College, and his brother like managed and kind of helped run sound and do some stuff with them before they moved to Nashville. And long story short, he's like, "Hey, I want to send our cassette because we recorded like a little cassette tape is Muffin." And we sent it to him, to Barry Blair. I think Barry had actually taught him guitar lessons too. So we sent it to Barry Blair, which was their original guitar player, and he called us back and it's like, "Hey, I want to come up and track some songs with you." So he did that. He left he left from there and came back to Nashville and like had some kind of party, record label party, and ended up talking to Eddie DeGarmo, and he was like, "What have you been up to?" And he's like, "I just produced this band." He's like, "I want to hear it." And so next thing you know, Eddie's coming out to a show, and it kind of all went from there. So, but after we knew we were going to get signed, or like, I don't know if we knew, we basically, I mean, there's a whole story to it, which is basically like we did the show. Eddie says, "I want to see a show," and so we're like, "Oh, we're going to do one at our college," and he's like, "Okay, when is it?" And we're like, hold on, and so we set a date, and we're like, "We're going to do this show at the college." We basically set up the show, and there was a sound company in that town, like a professional like sound company, and we had we'd been friends with them a little bit, and they were like, we'll do it for free." And so they set up this like epic light show, and on the screens on the TV it said record executive coming to see Muffin, come to chapel at this time, and so like it was the best show we'd ever had up until that point, like because it was like the whole school came, it was packed out, people were crowd surfing, it was just, and the lights were, it was all just going. Eddie was like, took us out after that, and he's like, I think I want to pursue this. He's like, "I want to see you guys one more time," and then we're like, "Oh gosh, he wants to see us again," and so because we didn't have any shows really, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to see you one more time," and so we set up another show in Indiana, and he came to that, or somehow we had a show in Indiana, and he came to that, and it was like the exact opposite. It was like horrible. There's no lights or sound. He also invited to that show. He invited all of our parents to come because we were still in college, and so he was like, I want your parents' blessing. He's like, "I want to make you guys promise that you go back to college," which I don't think I ever promised that because I never went back. But yeah, so he made he and he we had this big dinner before the show. And so
Okay.
like he'd already kind of stuck his this is my take on it. He will tell I saw him the other day. He would tell you a complete different story. He's like, "No, I didn't do it all along." And I'm like, "No, dude, we were bad." So I said, "You invited our parents and you talked about it before the show," which kind of said like you were kind of stuck at that point. Like you had to sign us. And so yeah, long story short, he spent about 40 minutes telling us how bad we were, and then about 10 minutes telling us how good we were, the good things we did, and then Sam was just finally like, "Dude, are you gonna sign us or not?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to." And so that's how that whole thing worked out. But it's crazy. Yeah, we'd practice in they had an abandoned dorm room that they let us practice in, but once once there was some interest from a record label, then the music department started asking us if we wanted to be a ministry team. Like,
And did you?
well, I mean, we took the meeting. Me and Sam, like I remember it was Sam and I. We took the meeting with the head of the like choral department, and he's like, "Yeah, I really want you guys. I think you guys should be a ministry team." And we're like, "Okay, what does that mean?" I was like, do we get a van? You know, because we were driving around in a station wagon,
Right.
U-Haul trailer at that point, and he's like, yeah, we could probably swing a van, and so we had our first meeting, and he called us back, and he's like, your grades are too bad. Once we realized that we were going to be signed, I think we kind of Sam and I at least we just started going fishing and
Sure.
skating every day, and so our grades were like we couldn't we were on probation, so they wouldn't let us even do the ministry team. So
I would have been the same way. I mean,
Yep.
you hear of, Christian colleges where one band makes it, but I don't know if there's one like that where two bands have made it. So very interesting.
yeah, it's cool, and their first tour was with Audio Adrenaline. I love those guys. They're I mean our music is way different, but like I feel like there's a lot of similarities in our upbringing of like,
Mhm.
you know, I would say even talking to Mark and Will, I think their place in music was definitely more to the church and to the church kids and like and the outcast in the church, like I mean,
Right.
Yep.
and we kind of existed. I wouldn't say we were as far as like some of those awesome record covers on the back of your wall there, 90 Pound Wuss and Blenderhead. I don't think we were like just clubs, but I mean we'd play a bar one night and then the next night we'd be at a church, youth group. And so we kind of I feel like our whole history we've kind of like lived in the in between, not, for when we were on Forefront we weren't cool enough to be with the Tooth and Nail bands,
Sure.
When we were on Tooth and Nail, we weren't Christian enough to be with the Christian bands. So it's like
Yeah.
we just trying to be ourselves, try to figure it out.
I
Well,
respect that.
yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
important to be authentic and to do, because again, it's the sort of thing that you probably could have pretty easily made, like, let's flip a couple switches and make this fit in the CCM market, or let's shave our heads and get some mohawks and become a tooth and nail band or whatever. But like,
And
you
we did some
what
of
you
both
do.
of that.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like at least for me, I'm grateful for it. It's like it's in a weird way. I've said this before on podcasts, but it's like we did two festivals in like 2010, and like the first one was like we played Cornerstone, and it was like, all these hardcore bands are, you know like I forget what band it was. I always forget what the band was, but there was like some pretty big hardcore band, and they just scream. They're like Bleach, and we're like, yeah,
That's us.
Hey guys.
you're the reason I play music. You guys freaking rock, And I'm like, awesome, thanks, man.
It was
And
probably the showdown.
I don't think it was a showdown.
Okay.
I
It
wanna say
sounds
it
like
was
David Button.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say it was. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the band, but and then we did not creation, but this festival called Sunshine Festival.
Yeah.
It's
right, yeah.
north, and it's a cool festival. It's always great for us, and then like I look over and like the like the band of the Casting Crown guys are all like standing there watching, and it's like
Right.
opposite, it's like
Mhm.
they're like, yeah, we're big fans, and I'm just like, man, I love that. I love that we could be there for all those. I mean, part of, not to get too deep into it, but part of like me wanting to do this again really has to do with a lot of that, which is like I just want to. I mean, the world is so divided, like people
Yeah.
are so mean. Like you get
Mhm.
online and you're just like, and everybody's so like it's just like buckets. It's like you're in this bucket or you're in that bucket. If
Right.
you're a Christian, you're in this bucket. If you're a Republican, you're in this bucket. If you're a Democrat, it's just like there's just so much division, and there's not much space for people to have different opinions or
Mhm.
different thoughts. And I'm not saying like, have, like a good open mind knows when to shut certain things out, like
Right.
I'm not saying that you blind yourself to that, but I am saying like like sit down at the table with somebody, like have dinner with somebody who thinks differently than you.
100%.
And it's different. It's not like you're going to scream at him or do the clown emoji. It's like
Mhm.
you're literally just you're gonna hear them.
Right.
You may actually walk away with a different point of view. And so all that to say, like part of me wanting to do this is a lot of that, like I just want to, bring people in the same room that maybe think differently and have different outlooks to say, hey, we got something in common. We like music, we like rock music made by a bunch of weird old men, like freaks, so I just like, yeah, if we got that, let's do it, so
We need different kinds of weird old men to get together in a room and to come together over their
yeah.
differences
I
with
wish I didn't say
music.
weird old men. That sounds weird.
That's us. That's me. That's exactly
Yeah.
that's exactly who we
Okay,
are.
good.
Once
Okay,
we're all
good.
Yeah, that's our
over,
graphic, I think.
once we're all over 40, we're weird old men. So you're good.
Davey, speaking, my internet's good now, so I got to get this question in while it's still working well. Speaking of controversial topics and opinions,
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the Static album,
Okay.
and I know there's not a lot of us out there, and I know you're not one of them, as I understand. At least it's not your favorite, right?
It's not my favorite, but it's weird. I went through different stages than the other guys. Like the other guys, like immediately didn't like it. Like Sam
Uh,
and Matt, I think pretty much as soon as it came out, they didn't like it.
yeah.
Maybe like 6 months after.
Hmm.
Well, I liked it, but now hindsight, I don't feel like it's aged as well as some of the other ones, but that's just my.
Okay. Yeah. No, it all depends on when you hear something too, right? Because I think a lot of people,
Mhm.
like for me, if it wasn't the first Bleach that I heard, I feel like the first songs from your band that I ever heard were on sampler discs and they came off of that album. And so I went out and picked it up. I got the $2 off coupon or whatever from the sampler and got it from my Christian bookstore. And
Yeah.
obviously, Super Good Feeling was a huge single for you guys. So that was all over the place. And I would imagine that's still one that you play. Did
Yeah.
you guys play that at the most recent show?
Yeah, we played. I think so. I think we
Oh, that's
played
great.
it at Furnace Fest. So
We didn't get
Nice.
Epidermis Girl, but we got super good feeling.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
To
And
listen to
thanks,
that, you have to listen. Yeah, go ahead.
thanks for making me feel old, Brock, because
I know.
I got the Bleach Skillet like 2 song cassette sampler like
I went to look
way
for
back in the day. Yeah.
hey, if that
There we
makes
go.
you feel, then think how it makes me feel.
Oh,
Hey,
I have it
Weird
in the
old
CD
men, here we
binder over there.
now,
Sorry, Brock. Go
but-
ahead.
I had a couple of questions. Kind of maybe the first thing, maybe the most important thing to me would be second to last song, Country Western Star. Floyd Kramer gets a name drop. The whole song is kind of written around him. It sounds like. Are you a Floyd Kramer fan?
I'm not really. I don't know. I couldn't probably name a single
Oh,
Floyd
geez,
Rivers song.
did I drop out?
No, you're good. You're
Your
here.
audio's still
Hear your
there.
voice, but not your face. Your face is definitely frozen in time.
He's shocked.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
Oh, there you're back. You're
Okay,
back.
is that no? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that record. Our drummer Matt wrote a lot of lyrics, and he wrote
Okay.
that. So
Okay, so he's the Floyd Kramer fan.
yeah, I think it was just kind of like, because I don't even think Floyd Kramer's really country, is he? It's maybe like,
I mean, he did a lot of Nashville session work, and I
Yeah.
think he did not a zero amount. It was like at least 50% of his catalog was like Texas music, basically.
Texas music. Is that what you said?
I think so. Like just like all the old country greats. I think he was
Yeah.
doing a lot of stuff that people would think of as country. So
Yeah.
he also played pop. He played the movie scores and like best of '69, best of '68, best of whatever. But yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go do a deep dive on Floyd Kramer. I probably did in the past sometime, but
I'm a huge Floyd Kramer fan. So when I was a kid, before I started listening to like rock music, my grandma made me mixtapes of Floyd Kramer songs. She had like a bunch of LPs. I eventually inherited them, but when I was in like seventh grade, she's like, "Here's a tape of all these cool bouncy piano songs that I like," and she gave them to
That's
me, and I
awesome.
was like, "This is pretty good. I'll keep on listening to this." So that was one thing that made me latch onto the Static album a lot because it was like nobody name checks Floyd Kramer.
yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, just so you know, he is inducted into both the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There you go.
And he became famous for his use of the melodic whole step attacks. So nothing attacks you
Well,
like a whole step
I,
attack.
I love that. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah.
And he was part of the Nashville A team. So there
Right.
you
Yeah. He
go.
was kind of the go-to. I mean, I think he played on a bunch of Elvis records and that sort of thing.
I'm just
So,
curious who was Mr. T, but that's all right.
but all that to say, that was one of the biggest. There's so much good stuff that I like on Static, and that was one of the reasons that I got into it. Was that hey, there's Floyd. Somebody called him out by name, and he's right there at the beginning of the song. So, thank you for singing the line at least.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I definitely, dude, I don't know what my camera's doing. It's like doing the zoom thing. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like if I just back up here, it'll probably zoom in on my face.
There it is.
Yep.
There
That's
it is.
crazy. Let me get right here. Oh, there it goes. What? I don't know. That's got to be AI, man. Something. What if I
Sure
go?
is.
It's the track your face or movements feature. Yeah.
Something.
That's
I
right.
don't know. What were we talking about?
Well,
Floyd
I just
Kramer.
had a few more questions about the Static record because obviously, again, controversial topic. Not everyone was into it as band members or whatever. But I am curious, like, what do you remember about that record specifically? Because I've listened to all the podcasts you've been on, and I haven't heard enough to satisfy my curiosity yet. So I have to ask, what else do you remember about recording the Static record?
Well, I think like it's weird now. I think now is even, I mean, you think about something you did 20, 20, probably 28 years ago.
Right.
Yeah,
It would be at this point. And you're like, it goes from like, I don't know, it's almost like you're looking at your kid. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like you're looking at what they did. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like
Yep.
it's your former self. So there's things about those first few records, specifically the first two, that like even things I said, I probably wouldn't say them the same way. I definitely
Sure.
wouldn't say them the same way.
Yeah.
Because you have a different outlook on life. You hadn't lived enough. I hadn't lived enough life. So that being said, like I do look back on all of it fondly, though. Like even
Mhm.
that, I'm like I can remember just memories of just all the memories that go along with it of the time in life, and the excitement and like this pressure. We definitely felt pressure on that record. I think that's where some of the frustration comes from is like the first record did well, but there was like this pressure to like there honestly was a pressure to be like the next Audio Adrenaline or like
Right.
or
And you were getting produced by Barry, right?
yeah.
Who had just left the band. Is that right? He had like just stepped out to become a producer. And so,
Yeah, he just right as we were doing that record, I think. So
yeah.
I think he still wrote on like the Zombie record.
Hmm.
He wrote and played on some of that, but not all of it. So anyway, yeah, so there was a little bit of pressure, and I honestly, Barry was a young man at that time, like he got pressure too. He had pressure to kind of make a certain record or make it sound a certain way. Um,
Right.
and there was a lot of like I think if I remember right, the guys went on the like for some reason I stayed behind during the mix. I think we had a show somewhere. Maybe I flew to the show, but I was there during the mixing of it,
Hmm.
and I was just kind of like, yeah, it sounds great. Of course, when you're in a big studio and everything's cranked up, you're like, it
Of
sounds
course, it
awesome.
sounds
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
And it didn't sound bad. I mean, it still doesn't sound bad. It sounds great, but there was a lot of parts that were a lot higher in the like less guitars, more keyboards, that kind of thing. So Barry's even told me since he's like, "Man, I'm sorry for the pressure." And he's like that we had on that record. And I'm like, I truly didn't feel it. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit, but it was more like, "Hey, I want to write something that's going to connect to people." And so, which I think it did in some ways, but the Couch record, I was writing out of my soul when I wrote,
Right.
you
That
know,
was like 100% you.
and Matt too, our drummer, he was writing out of his soul. It wasn't writing out of like, hey, I want to write something that's going to connect to people. It's more like, hey, I got to express this thing that I'm feeling, you know? And I feel like that makes for better art in the long
Yeah.
run. But entertainment wise, I think it did its thing. trying to think of stories. We recorded it at this place called at this guy Ted T. He had a studio.
Right.
We
Known
recorded it
for
there.
working with Mute Math down the road, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think we used on Static was the first time that we ever used a computer to record. Like, so I think we used Logic, but I don't think
Oh
we
yeah.
used it. I think we just used it in spots. Like, I don't think we used it like I don't think we I think we tracked drums on either ADAT or 2-inch tape.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Then
So that was analog.
because the computer would just constantly be crashing. It's like crash, crash, crash
Yep. Some things never change.
in the 90s. So
Yeah.
uh, but I remember we used it for some stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we recorded there. We recorded some of it. I don't know if we might have recorded the whole thing there. I'm trying to think. It's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, a lot
But
of us were getting married during that time, so we were moving out of the band house and
oh gosh, yeah.
into our own lives. So there's an extra added pressure of like being successful and
Right.
Successful in multiple avenues. Like you're
yeah,
leveling up everywhere.
yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah. In writing super good feeling. It's so catchy. Is that the sort of song that just shows up like in the middle of the night or like when you're in the shower or something? Was it just like the whole idea was there and it takes some time to craft that?
Yeah, that's one. Again, that was one Matt wrote. So Matt wrote that, and I think I don't know where he came up with it. He had
Okay.
all has all those key changes and stuff in it. So we should try to get him on here at some
Or to
point.
find him, track him down, right?
Yeah, he's probably the one that doesn't want to talk about it too. So
He's the one who
um,
needs to hear the compliments the most. Who knows?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, a lot of times I would just add. Matt was the principal songwriter at the beginning, and I mean, the first record we kind of all wrote together, and then Matt
Mhm.
wrote a lot of Static, and then he wrote a good portion of self-titled, maybe half of that, or I probably wrote, like when I say wrote, like I mean, like came with the idea, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Most of his ideas were pretty fleshed out, and most
Mhm.
of mine were. So
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, I don't know. I think
love it.
probably standing in the studio, like getting the BPMs up, beats per minute, trying to see if we could like bounce to it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yep,
I don't know.
makes sense. Well, thank you for taking a little time to delve in. Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, I'll try to remember more. It's funny because
Sure,
I'm blanking.
sure.
Yeah, you did hear the story about my favorite part of that record was one of the things I loved about doing that record was we were real experimental. Like we would spend like a day trying to get a weird sound.
That's right. Yeah, and there's like so many different patches that suddenly became available, right? Like suddenly you had all these sounds available to you from computers and MIDI and whatnot.
Yeah, well, most of it was like we try to get sounds like putting a mic in a like in the closet and then
Mhm.
Okay.
recording it and and making and this mixing that in with the other drums and then make it sound really big. And then there was the one of my favorites was we went to Home Depot and bought a bunch of like you probably heard I think I've told this story before, but we bought a bunch of those like the black gutter tubing, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we bought a bunch of that and then we hung it up with fishing wire so it would resonate and we
Hmm.
put the ends
Oh,
of it around all the drums, right? So like the kick drum had one end of that and then it was stretched around the room, curved, and then a mic at the end of it. And so when you hit the kick drum, it'd go boom, boom. And then the same thing with the snare, it'd be doom, doom, so it sounded,
oh, that's cool.
and we would cut the corrugated, whatever that stuff's called. We would cut it to pitch. So
Mm.
like literally we tune it to pitch. And so we had this whole setup. We spent all day doing it and it made it at the beginning of the song Static. Dum, 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 dum,
Yeah,
dum.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
And
cool.
weird,
then,
washed out sound, right? That's all
yeah,
like weird and altered and yeah,
yeah, it sounds like something you just make in a computer in like 30 seconds, but it was like literally we
that's analog. Yeah,
Yeah.
hung all those
Oh my gosh,
tubes
that's
everywhere.
cool.
I love that. I love that.
That's very cool. Yeah.
How was it to be? And the guys are gonna laugh at me. I still don't have my copy down here. I forgot to go grab it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josh Wallace. But to be on the movie soundtrack to the incredible 2001 film Extreme Days.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Heartbeat featured predominantly in that movie, so it was pretty
yeah,
cool as
yeah.
a
I mean,
kid watching that movie. I know it's critically panned, but that movie was a pivotal part of my life.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was awesome. I was really grateful it was on there. I know it made a difference. I feel like that song's at the top of a lot of
Hmm.
playlist, like if you look at like the top songs, it's always up there. So, um, our manager right now, that's his favorite song. So
Oh,
he's like,
cool.
Heartbeat, you got to play Heartbeat. And we're like, okay. So,
Well, it brings
uh,
me back to Extreme Days every time I hear it. So
yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't remember. I watched that movie a couple times, but I don't remember it now. I couldn't tell
yeah.
you.
Well,
I,
I do a viewing once every couple of years, but right around Christmas time or Thanksgiving time, and
yeah,
that's why it's not in my well. And I also because it's a gag here on the show, it goes with me wherever I go.
really,
If I'm recording somewhere else and I'm recording on the road, I have my copy of Extreme Days sitting there waiting.
that's awesome.
But now, of course, I'm recording at home and it's upstairs, so the gag's gone. But I have to explain it. So there you go.
To
Was it
summarize, the movie takes place over several days, and they do a bunch of very extreme things.
Yes,
Ah.
and then Snake, the other white meat.
Yeah. Was the Toby Mac song, the Extreme Days song, on that?
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
funny. I
the best.
couldn't remember if it was or not. I was,
Yeah,
it's like it had to have been.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
shows up randomly, but it's there. Yeah,
Yep.
That was an
Oh.
era for sure. Everything was extreme.
Hmm.
There was like extreme faith, extreme
Mhm.
conference, extreme everything. I remember just thinking, man, like everything's extreme.
Oh yeah,
Everything.
Yep.
All
yeah.
the youth conferences were extreme.
Everything's coming at you like a whirlwind.
I think
Yeah,
you're 100 miles an hour. I feel
that's what
like
we're doing.
wasn't the fast food like extreme too? I feel like Taco Bell was like very extreme during those days too.
Yeah, and it was always with just the X.
Yeah,
Mountain Dew.
Extreme.
Pete, did
They
our
knew what
boys
2025 was like, man. They wouldn't be
oh,
calling it extreme.
it would be
We got
more
some
than
extreme
words.
going on
Yeah,
now.
it would be more than
Right.
words.
Hey Pete,
Yeah.
did our boys in Bleach make it on the comparison chart you got?
I was just going to ask. I was just going to say,
Well,
speaking of props,
I'm like, that's what I was just. Wow, Josh Lawless, I feel like you're right here next to me, because I do have this. It's called. You remember Interlinc magazine back in the day?
Yeah, yeah.
Interlinc. So,
I love that.
I have this is the Winter 2000 book, and yes, as you know, in the center of the magazine there is that youth leaders. If you like this band, check
Yep.
out this band. Quote unquote secular. So that is a game I would like to play with you, Davey, is
Okay.
on this modern, you're in the modern section. I'll give you that caveat. On the
Okay.
Winter 2000 comparison chart, there are two bands listed. And who do you think? Interlink Magazine, all those youth group leaders out there.
2000.
Compare.
So does it have a picture of the cover on there? Or is it just the
It
band?
does, just the name. Just the name. So it says, Christian artist, Bleach, style, modern, try if you like, and then the following bands.
Is it just one?
Oh, there are two bands.
Two bands.
Okay.
Many times there's just one.
And they're
This
both
one
they're
has
both
two.
secular bands. They're not or general.
Correct. Correct. In this case, they are both secular. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess them straight up right now.
All right. Rock on.
Weezer
Yep.
Okay.
and Smashing Pumpkins.
You'd think that would be the case, but those are not the bands.
Those are the correct
Oh,
answers,
Either
right?
one of them?
Weezer
Those
not-
those are the correct answers, but they
Weezer-
are not on this list.
Oh yeah, that's right. The thing about the chart is they never got it right.
That's right. And
Yeah.
and also sometimes they're a few years behind the times. So
Oh, yeah. Nirvana.
nope.
Is it Everclear?
I wish.
Because that
No.
wouldn't be the correct answer, but I would guess that to be one of
But
the answers.
I will be
Right.
so Perfect Family was definitely like we were listening to Everclear.
Oh
If you
yeah.
think about it,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell that.
and
Yep.
ours
Yep.
The signature rhythm. It's kind of like the Bo Diddley beat for the 90s. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
I break out into Swim Across the Ocean, Sail Across, yeah, all the time when I hear that song.
I'm gonna throw out one more guess: the
Yeah,
bird pipe.
that is not no, but that's a great.
Hmm.
Anybody else want to guess, and then I'll give it away because I feel like you won't get it, which is
We never do.
wild.
Yeah, we never
I
do.
know
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
No,
yeah, let's hear it.
oh no, no, go ahead. There's a
I was just gonna say I know that there are more than one of these charts.
yeah, oh yeah.
So, but
Yeah, exactly, and they're all different because back in the day, our youth group would get Interlink,
yeah.
and we'd compare. I wish I had more of these books, but this is the one I could salvage and snag. The two bands are Super Drag.
Okay,
Yep,
that's
Okay.
Oh.
yep, yeah. And once you see it, you
I
can
need
see
you to
these
take a picture of
comparisons.
that. That's awesome.
I'll send it out. And then the other band is the Eels.
The eels.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
So they're digging on this, like, because it wasn't. I liked it. I liked it in this comparison because it's not two bands that were like predominantly out there. They were like
Yeah.
bands that if you because I can see both comparisons.
Yeah. Well, and after Bleach, after we broke up, I worked at a record label called Rambler Records,
Mm.
and John Davis from
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
was on that record label. So I love that dude. Like I
Cool.
think it's one of my favorites. I mean, we were just talking about them. This band Keep Warm, that's opened up for us a couple shows, two of the three shows, and we're probably going to take them out in the spring. But we're trying to get him to we try to get him to listen to Super Drag. You're like, you need to hear this, and he's like, he came back, he like texted us. He's like, yeah, I'm not impressed, bro. And I'm just like, crazy, dude. Bro, like that's like fighting words. No, but
So
John,
long story short, we're looking for another band to go.
one of the biggest compliments that I've ever gotten was from John Davis, and it was the song. It was a Royal Empire song,
Mm.
like my other band song, and it was Downstrokes, and he was just like, dude, that song's awesome, and I was like, my hero just told me that. That's awesome.
That's
So,
cool.
So, Davey, I think it'd be good if we could let you talk about Food for the Hungry.
oh man, I would love to
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah. And just to kind of set it up, like my family supports two children through that. I have a 12 and 13-year-old girls, and so we let each of them sponsor a child. Where y'all make it so easy to just send them a letter every month,
Yeah.
and just to support them, and I just like the way that the organization does it. So if you want to let everybody know about it, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that. That's like out of the six of us that are on stage, four of us have worked with or around Food and Hungry at some point
Mm.
in the last 20 years. So I currently that's currently my regular job. I work in the artist program there, but I also sponsor kids too. Two of the kids I sponsor, I've been able to actually got to visit, and
Cool.
um, I wish everybody had a chance to go and experience some of these places. We talk about at Food with Hungry, we talk about that we go to the hard places, and like I help work, like I work with homeless people, or did, where I would go help feed some homeless people in Nashville. It's a different kind of poverty. I don't really know how to explain it besides to say it's different. It's like these are people who, in most cases, Food for the Hungry focuses. So all these kids come from communities that we're working in. So, and we focus on communities that are in dire need. So, and what that looks like is no clean water, or there's like no sustainable food source, or um, if something happens catastrophic, there's a good chance a lot of them aren't going to make it. If there's a mudslide, their houses aren't shored up. If there's a drought, they don't have any food in reserves. And so what we do at Food for the Hungry is we focus on these communities, and alongside the community members, we walk with them. And and basically empower them. In some cases, like they're wondering where they're going to get their next drink of water, you know? And it's like, that's like not okay, you know?
Yeah.
And so what we do is we go in and we begin to help them build infrastructure and get to a place where they're, they're not just struggling every day, but like their sustainability and it's resilient, you know? It's their community could get hit by an earthquake and they'd still be okay, you know?
Mhm.
Or there'd be in some of the ways we do that. I mean, we start with the basic things like, hey, clean water is going to help you not be sick. So, and then we move to like we have savings groups where mothers will save money and so all the money that's collected through sponsoring kids basically goes to that child, but also to their community. And so, um, so that child, their parents, their grandparents, their great grandparents have always struggled. This is a moment in time where things begin to change in their community, and this child, their kids and their grandkids and their great grandkids have a different way of life, you know? And some of that's teaching a trade. We encourage the community to help come up with the plan. Obviously, there's education that's involved, but like our goal is to be able to see a resilient community that we no longer needs our help, you know? That's the big picture. So if you got a chance to go and see it and to be a part to actually be there, you would understand. Like I sat in a group of moms and we asked what their hopes were for their kids, and they're the exact same hopes that a group of moms here would say. And
Yeah.
that's I want my kid to go to school. I want them to have opportunities. I want them to have a better way of life. So it's probably one of the most important things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, and I think if anybody's listening, like just the website fh.org, like I've been there and it's easy to see what's happening and what they're actually doing.
I tell you what, yeah, you can check it out there. That's cool. But
Okay.
if anybody's listening, like send us a message on Instagram. That'd probably be the best place. Or I mean, you could probably do Facebook too. But because we have and you want to do something about it. I've actually got from the shows we did, I actually got a handful of these like kids.
Oh, sweet.
And like honestly, come to like the beginning of the year, the packets expire, but like we have these bleach ones. Just text me and I'll get you hooked up or message us
Right.
like on the you can do it on our Discord, you can do it however you want to do it. But and also let me say this. If you want to sponsor a kid, like I'll give you a shirt, I'll give you a vinyl, I'll give you any piece of bleach merch you want for free because it's that stuff is fun, but like sponsoring like that's my heart, you know?
Sure.
Like doing something that actually makes a positive impact in the world. That's the whole reason Bleach exists.
Yeah.
Because we want to do something that brings a little bit of light into this place that we are in, you know? This earth, this existence that we have, you know. Thanks for asking about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And it's cool to see that y'all just announced the Audio Feed Festival next year. So
Yeah.
you're gonna keep it rolling, man.
Yeah, we are.
I just love that the band's getting back together. I mean, that's already back together, but like
Yeah.
actively getting back together because that gives you like that that outlet to share more of your heart about those kids too. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it all ties together. I mean, it's all like it's like this for us, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
we've always tried to like even at shows, you know, we look for the person who was maybe marginalized or on the outsides and
Yep.
you know, that's what we're about. So
And like I'll speak just at Furnace Fest. I mean, you guys were enjoying that set. I mean,
Yeah, man.
and as much as we were enjoying watching it, like
Mhm.
y'all couldn't hide your smiles.
Yeah.
And so I think y'all were having more fun than we were. And
Yeah,
you know,
man.
not every band is on stage smiling like that. So.
Yeah. You know, Sam said this when we started talking about getting back together. He's like, we aren't Bleach. I mean, we are. He's like
Right.
the four or five, the five of us in this room right now. He's like Bleach is every person that bought a record, every person that's
Right.
been a part of it, that's come to a show, every person that's bought a sticker, anybody that's listened to a song that's affected them. It's it's bigger than us, and I'm just grateful to have been a part of something that's like that. And so yeah, when you see my smile on stage, it is like fully, I'm just grateful to be there. I couldn't orchestrate it. It just happened. So glad to be there. So
I think I was having the most fun while besides watching the like original members, watching Pete up there just
yeah.
flipping out on his birthday was awesome. He was just all into it, and I'm like, yeah,
And I
fellow
forgot
Pete,
to
let's
wish him a
go.
happy birthday. I
Yeah,
was so mad at myself when I got off stage. I was just having too much fun. I was
right.
thinking about myself.
No, I think he was enjoying his birthday up there. I could tell. Yeah,
Yeah, Pete is like he's one of my favorite humans. So
that's cool.
yeah.
Well, when we were introducing in the merch mall, and you're like, oh, Pete, meet our Pete, and it was really fun.
That's right.
And we bonded. Yeah.
Would you like to play a game with us, Dave?
I love it. Yes, please.
Okay. Pete, you want to tell them what the name of our game is?
We play this thing called Squid Games because
Oh, no.
it's not it's nowhere else in popular media.
Right.
It's our construct
Yeah.
that we've come up with. Then once I learn more about what Squid Games is, we don't do that part. So don't worry about that. Your life is not in danger. It may, but yeah, we do this thing called
Okay.
Squid Games, and Josh will introduce what this edition of Squid Games is.
So this game revolves around us because we're a little bit vain, but
That's why he fits in.
but Davey, we want you to be our fishing tour guide,
Ooh.
Yes.
and you are going to take each of us to a location, tell us what we are fishing for, what rod and reel we
Okay.
will be using, and what our rig setup is.
Oh man.
All
Ooh.
right.
Wow.
And you've met some of us at Furnace Fest, and then just a little bit of time we spent here. So you can ask us one or two questions if that will help you come up with your answers.
Okay. Here's the question I'm going to ask.
All right.
First question is, do you fish more than 10 times a year? Raise your hand. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
do not.
Okay.
I've been on a couple fishing trips.
Do you fish more
Yeah.
than 5 times a year?
Maybe.
Okay. We got one.
I've been
Okay.
fishing for cassette tapes recently.
Let's go.
Dude, we need some Bleach cassettes. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna skip the game for a second and just tell you
All right.
that one of the ideas that I really want to do is I want to
Yes.
release the muffin cassette,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I want to release that, and maybe Sam and Matt and I will actually re-record it. That's what I would love to do. Release it only on cassette, but you buy the cassette with a Walkman. So it's like a
Oh, wow.
Walkman
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
cassette package. Got those earphones that are like bright orange.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
brittle after a while. Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Anyway,
I'll do it. No, I'm in. That's all right. You got at least one person
Fishing.
that's gonna buy it.
all right, I'll order one.
All right, sweet. And Josh Wallace, that's two.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I need a new Waltman.
Josh, since you had I'm gonna take you all to Canada. We're going to
All right.
Canada.
Okay.
My favorite place to fish is in Canada. There's a lake that my family used to go to when my dad was in better health. When my brothers and I we'd basically drive about 2 hours up into Ontario
Mhm.
and then get on a little plane that takes off of the water, and then it goes another 200 miles or 5 hours up into Ontario.
Okay.
It's another 200 miles by air, lands on this lake, and it is one cabin on the whole lake. The lake is giant. There's 4 boats, and there's like a waterfall. You can actually walk down to the bottom of the waterfall. There's another boat down there. It sounds real fancy. It's not. It's a fishing cabin. It's like,
Oh, this is great.
but there's no cell service. All you can, and you really can't even go through the woods because it's just too thick. So it's like you're exploring is pretty much all these waterfalls, the water, you see the northern lights. It's amazing. And you're also disconnected from everything. So we're all going there because the fish bite like crazy. Like you don't have
Cool.
to be good. You just
Good.
you just have to get your line in the water and you're probably gonna catch something. So Josh, I'm gonna give you a bait caster, man. To just
No, no.
you have the most experience. You might end up with a bird's nest or two,
Yep.
but I'm gonna give you a bait caster and I'm gonna give you a crankbait.
Okay.
You're gonna catch some northern pike.
I can handle. I can handle the crankbait. I'll get used to the bait caster.
Yep, and you're gonna catch northern pike and smallmouth.
Okay.
All right.
Pete,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna give you a spinning reel.
Okay.
And
I've used one of those.
yeah, you're gonna use a spinning reel and you're gonna use a spinning rod, and I'm gonna give you a Berkeley flatworm on a Ned rig head. So you're gonna do a Ned rig Berkeley flatworm, and you're gonna catch the heck out of some smallmouth bass.
Let's go.
You
Let's
just
go.
throw it out, let it drop, pick it up, reel, pick it up, and they're just gonna destroy it.
Oh, I'm gonna make one of those a clock. It's gonna be great. It's gonna start singing.
You're gonna be wanting to go fishing every day.
I'm down. All right.
Kevin. See, man, I don't know. I think I also give you a spinning reel, maybe. Yeah, I'll give you a spinning reel, and you're gonna throw my favorite lure, which is a buzz bait.
Okay.
And you're gonna catch some giant pike and some giant smallmouth bass. It's gonna be unreal.
Nice.
Pete, you're also gonna catch some walleye.
Okay. All right. I was hoping.
And then last but not least, so I'm gonna say we're giving you a Zebco 33.
That's
Okay.
what I wanted.
Classic push button fishing rod.
Does it have a cassette deck?
You're going to use what's that?
Is there a cassette deck built in?
No, but it's easy to use.
Okay.
You push the button like a cassette, you just push
Beautiful. All right.
These are the
Analog.
most fish out of any of us.
It's analog, yeah. And I'm gonna give you let's see. So you're getting a bait caster, a Zebco 33 reel with the ugly stick rod, and I'm gonna give you
That fits.
we're gonna go the mustache just feels like a classic look. Like you like the nostalgia and so we're gonna give you a spoon.
There we go.
Just a good old spoon, and you're gonna throw it out there, let it drop, jerk it like that, let it drop again, jerk it like that, and you're gonna catch pretty much everything.
Everything. Okay. Sounds good.
A lot of everything, but some of everything.
Some of everything. I can't complain about that.
No, it's gonna be good.
I'm ready to go to Canada.
I've literally never done that before, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Do you go
What
all
up?
over the place fishing? Sorry, you were trying to say. Go ahead.
No. I love to fish. This year I've not fished. This is the least amount I've fished in my whole life this year, I would say. Well, probably when I was touring, I fished less, but
Okay.
just been like I also keep bees. I'm a beekeeper. And
Cool.
so, like my wife and I are starting a business where we sell like beekeeping supplies and teach people how to keep bees. And so I kind of just happened upon it. I love doing it. Last year I probably got, I think 5 people into beekeeping
Cool.
and sold bees to people, caught bees. And so I was like, man, we just need to do this. I met like this Amish guy in about 40 minutes south of where we live in Etheridge, Tennessee, and he's like just awesome. And he's like he makes beekeeping equipment, and so I was like, man,
Wow.
could I sell your stuff? And he's like, yeah, please do. So we're working together, and I'm excited about that. So
That's fun.
That's cool. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. There's a few people in the town that I work in. Like I was out doing inspections at their house, and come around the corner, and it's just all these hives.
Yeah.
And it was just, I wasn't expecting it, and I just walk around the corner, and it's like all of a sudden there's bees everywhere, and the lady comes out, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're fine. They're not going to bother you. Just don't,
don't swat at them and
yeah,
step on one.
yep."
And that ties in two of my my two fishing trip. Like we go to Montana every couple of years,
Yeah.
and if you ever get out there, go on the Gallatin or the Madison, and you'd love it out there. Just going down the river in a boat, just fishing. I mean, and sometimes if with a guide if you want, but if you go down the Big Sky area, they also have a lot of people keep bees there too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so check out that area if you haven't been out there. It's some good fishing, some good beekeeping. It's fun.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. It's, that sounds like my dreams.
It's fun.
So yeah, Brock, I'm gonna take it back, man. You're getting a fly rod. You
Oh,
look
for real?
yeah,
That's kind of you.
on fly rod. That's like
Well, thank you.
yeah, that's you know, that's
It's like the turntable.
yeah, it's the I don't know. If there's like NASCAR and IndyCar, it's the IndyCar. It's like
Okay. All right.
a little more upscale. And
Yeah.
and again, it has to do with the mustache. It's
If we're talking Everclear or Chumbawamba, I'm getting Chumbawamba.
no. Oh,
Is that the wrong comparison?
maybe the other way? You're getting Radiohead.
Okay. Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah. So,
I see that poster behind
Thank you.
I'm down with
in.
that.
oh yeah. The other thing about mustaches is somebody told me this, so I don't know if this is actually the truth or not. It was Jeremy Spring from the band Abandoned Kansas. Do you remember that band?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy was staying at my house and he told me one time, he's like, man, because he had a mustache. And I was like, dude, I love the mustache. He goes, bro, he's like, think about world leaders, conquerors. Who are the ones? He's like, if you think about the most powerful men in all of history, they didn't have a beard. They had a mustache. And I was
That's
like,
true.
okay,
That's
Stalin,
probably true.
Saddam
Yeah.
Hussein, it's
Yeah,
like
all these guys.
yeah. So you're a stick
Yeah.
and you
There
would
you go. Tom Selleck, most
Tom
powerful
Selleck.
man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a powerful man, that's for sure. Yeah.
Nick Offerman, very powerful man.
Oh,
Very powerful.
Yep.
Truly.
all right. I'm
Presents
shaving the rest of this tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, I'm just going. That's it.
It's all going away. Okay. Now we know.
Yep.
Decision's been made for us.
Oh, that's funny.
I haven't,
we used
I haven't
to-
seen my chin in 20 years probably. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
worried about what's under there.
Same. That's why I just keep it going. My wife
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want to see what's under there either, so I just keep it going.
Yeah, I've had some sort of facial hair, I think, since the day I graduated high school. Because,
Yep.
Christian school, we had to be clean shaven, stuff like that. So as soon as I
Oh, you had
graduated,
like a dress code.
You're like, I'm
Oh, yeah.
growing that thing out.
yep.
I was early to my, like, I was 6'1" in 7th grade.
Yep.
I'm 6'1.5", 6'5" right now. I've shrunk.
All right.
But I didn't grow anymore is basically what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So I had like a goatee. I could grow like a little goatee in like 8th grade.
Yep.
I was that kid.
And that was it. Yeah, for sure. It was important to me too. At that age, I was like, if I can have facial hair, I will.
Mhm.
Oh, but I was also that kid that it started to grow in. I thought it was cool, just the white, like the peach fuzz, and I'm like, I look back at pictures, going, "No, shave that sooner, man. No."
Sam is still that guy. Like he's actually finally can grow a mustache, but it's wiry. It's real
Right.
wiry and really thin.
Well, as soon as I shaved it, then it just started coming in. I'm like, "Oh man, I should have done that sooner."
Yeah.
Mhm. I used to do, like, me and a bunch of my friends in college, we used to celebrate Cinco de Mustache. So we would go from
yeah.
Oh, that's
January
fun.
1st until May 5th, and you weren't allowed to shave.
Yeah.
So, like, you could, like, trim up, like on your neck and stuff like that. But the mustache, at least, you could not trim at all until, May 5th. And then you'd shave off whatever rest of the beard you have.
Yeah.
So you just have this gnarly looking, ugly
Yeah.
ugly
Like
mustache.
hanging over your lips, like down
Yep. Yeah, like Yosemite Sam
Spider.
type thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, we'd go out for, like, Mexican food. And
Yeah, that's awesome. The queso is not good to the mustache. Ice cream.
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
None shall pass.
My wife knows I usually need 2 napkins because I'm literally like take a bite, wipe my face.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't mean to take a hard left turn, but I have this next to me, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up.
Okay.
But I have
Extreme
this
days?
poster. No, I
Oh.
don't. I didn't run up.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, I didn't leave. I wish I'd left to go get Extreme Days just for the bit. But I have this poster from the Winners Never Quit tour.
yeah,
What was it like being on that tour? I was at the final show and one
Yep.
before and a couple more on the tour. But what
yeah.
was it like going on out on that tour?
It was fun. I mean that I love Five Iron. Like even the show when we did the show in Florida, I went a day early so I could watch them. But I love those guys. I've never been a big ska fan at all.
Sure.
But I just love them as humans, you know.
Hmm.
Um, it was fun. It was a real fun tour. It was weird in some ways. I mean, we had been going hard for a long time, and
Right.
that tour was. I just looked back at somebody somewhere I saw online, but it had the actual dates, the tour dates,
Yep.
and it does that have it on there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at those dates, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a
just
lot.
barely over 2 months.
That's yeah. This is all nine. So it starts at 9:13 in Allentown, but that was 5 hour only. So 9:14 in Boston, probably Kevin. That's what you were
I
at.
was there. Yep.
So
Yep.
9:14 in Boston until the final show 11:22 in Denver.
Mhm.
Like, and
Yeah, so it's
maybe
like 2.5 months, right?
and as I'm looking down on this list, it's like every day
Yeah.
and maybe one day in the middle, like maybe one day off, maybe, but nothing more than one day off as I'm looking down through this list.
Yeah, it was like crazy. It was definitely one of the it was like I think there was that, you know, the busyness of the schedule and then which now it's like we got 3 shows in last year, you know, this
Right, right.
you know, it's like that's like 60 some in like basically a month, 2.5 months.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on personally too for all of us. So
Right.
it's a mix of like good feelings about that tour and the people and like I love. I think was Holland on that
Yep.
too?
Yep.
Holland
Yep.
and Fillmore.
Yep. It was.
That was the Back to Few tour.
So this one was 5 Iron Frenzy, of course. Bleach, Holland, Cameron James, and at the final show, Reliant K
Yeah.
a set, but it was Cameron James,
Yeah,
Bleach,
Cameron James.
Holland on that one.
That's right.
Yeah, so it was like, I mean, it was fun. The people, the hangings were fun, but there was
Right.
definitely like tension. Like I know my like that was like right before I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore.
Hmm.
Because my marriage was falling apart, you know, at that time. And so I was just like, we've always said family first and I need to be home.
Right.
And so we did that tour and then we immediately got done with that and we went to Germany. And
Wow.
that's when I told Milam, he was the first person I told, I was just like, I don't think I can do this.
Mhm.
And Milam and Jared had just lost their brother in Iraq.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So they were dealing with that. I think that was their first full tour back. And then, you know, Sam's kid was growing up and
Hmm.
there was just a lot going on in our personal lives. So I feel like that's kind of tainted that tour in some ways, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But not because the people, it was great. That part was great. It just was, and honestly, it was probably a good place for us to be because we had people we could talk to.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so we were definitely like, I forget how we got Holland on that, but we were just like, we need them to be on there. So
It was mad cool. It was well, I guess on this billing, it's the artist formerly known as Holland.
yeah,
I
because
didn't notice that one, but yeah.
yeah, they changed their name there was another band called Holland, and
Right.
so
That's right.
they changed their name to the Lonely Hearts, which was kind of a cooler name anyway. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd come up with a symbol, but that's fine.
yeah, like Prince.
That's right.
Here's a crazy thing about that tour. So Bleach, like we always like our first tour ever was with Audio Adrenaline and it was 13 shows. So it was
Okay.
a small mini tour. And then we did a tour with a band called Code of Ethics where we opened up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Also produced by Ted T.
yeah. And so we did that tour And then after that, we pretty much just started headlining. Like, and it wasn't because we were big enough to, it was just because
Yep.
that's just what we did. We'd set up all our gear, we'd do it, and we'd take other bands out. And Reliant K was one of the bands that we took out at one point before they took us out. So that part of our existence, Back to the Future tour, we did that where we opened up for Reliant K, which was awesome. And then we did an Insiders tour, I think.
Yep.
Ska bands. Ska was big, And
Yep.
we did with Squad 50. Actually, I see their poster, their thing back there too, man. Those guys are awesome.
Hmm.
And then we did the 5 iron. But all that to say, we got a call to do 5 iron, and at the same time, we also got a call to do a Switchfoot tour.
Oh man.
We were like, 5 iron, Switchfoot, and
It's hard. That's a hard
Switchfoot like
decision.
matches us
Yeah.
more musically for sure,
Right.
but like I think it was because everybody, like the Reliant K guys, were like, "You got to go out with 5 iron. They're so fun, It's
Yeah.
their last tour. This is the last chance." And I can't remember, but PAX 217 was, I think, trying to make the same decision. I think they were
Okay.
thinking about doing Switchfoot and 5 iron, and I don't think they ended up doing either one.
Right.
But
I looked at the dates and it's not the same date, but they ended up being in Extreme Days.
oh yeah,
Yeah. But it was 2 years earlier on Extreme Days. But yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I think about that sometimes. Like, what if we would have toured with Switchfoot? It's like right before they blew up, or right as they were blowing up.
Yeah.
I love those guys too. I love the Switchfoot guys. Are like, dude, they're the most real.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're just great humans. So I've got to tour with them a couple times with Food for the Hungry. I've been out with them. So, but and Sam.
Yeah, I've gotten to see you out because I go to a bunch of Switchfoot shows, and I actually saw you years ago out
Oh
with them
yeah,
on tour. Yeah,
yeah. Was that with Lifehouse?
yeah, that was the Lifehouse tour in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lifehouse is good too, man. They'd have fights on who was the nicer band.
but
Like almost be like, no, switch.
yeah, right.
But
Yeah, because Josh Pfeiffer, who was going around with them for on that tour, he,
yeah,
he told me about the fighting between which is the nicer band.
yeah,
That's
they're
fun.
awesome. Both of them are awesome. Like, so if you remember during that time, there was a hurricane
Right.
yeah, so there's a hurricane in Houston, and my wife is from Houston. She was living there, and we were dating, and I bought a camper. I sold my house and bought a camper, and I drove out because I was on tour most of the time, so I didn't really need a house, 2,200 square feet or whatever it was, house by myself. All my roommates had gotten married and moved out, so it was just like me in this house with my dog, and then I'd have
Right.
to take my dog somewhere, and it just was like. And there was this girl I was into, and I'm like, man,
Mhm.
but she lives in Houston, and I just wanted to, like I wanted to date her like you would date somebody from your city, like I
Right.
didn't want to just go like go visit her and stay with her or with her parents or whatever. I just wanted to be like, I wanted to feel like, so I would drive my
Yeah.
camper. I'd drive my camper to Houston, and my camper and my truck were in Houston when the hurricane hit,
Oh wow.
and my wife and her family, and we're on the road, and John and Jason had decided that when they got back to Nashville, they were going to write a song together, and they booked studio time, and so they started working on this song, and in the middle of working on it, they just like looked at each other and they were like, "Hey, like we need to give this song away to, like maybe we can raise money for those people in Houston." And we had a show coming up in Houston like 2 weeks after the hurricane, and we are like, I don't know if we're gonna do the show. And so, long story short, the first time, I think as far as I know, it's the first time Food for Hunger's ever done this. But the guy that was in charge of relief and development at that time was like, look, like we know this, we know how to help, like we know what to do.
Hmm.
Why don't we reverse the funds? And so, like, instead of like reverse the pathway, basically. I mean, it wasn't like the people in the communities were paying, but they were like, Jason and John want to write this song, and they want to give it away, and they want to raise money, and I think they raised like 40 or $50,000,
It was pretty cool.
And basically, we found our church partners in Houston. One
Cool.
was a church called Ecclesia. We basically funneled the money through the church partners, and they went and dispersed it and helped people. And so when we got there to Houston, we ended up doing the show. When we got there, we got to travel to the places where the funds were being used, and I mean, it reminded me of being in like a third world country, and
Yeah.
smells, the sights, everything, like there were houses that were like, had this much water in them, and like the whole bottoms of them were taken out, and people crying, grateful, and it was a really beautiful thing that happened.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know why I went on that.
No, I love it. I love it.
Those
I
dudes are
remember
Oh,
that.
great.
it's a great story.
Yeah, those dudes are great. And Jason actually from Lifehouse. I don't know if you do even want me to tell this story. I want to tell it. I don't care.
We can cut it out if you need to. But
No, we
yeah.
don't need to cut it out. I think I don't think so. I think he probably wouldn't want me to tell it just because of his humility. But we were in Indianapolis. We were playing an outdoor show, and I just hear somebody going, "Davy, Davy," and I'm like, and I see Jason. He just runs up to me. He's like, "Hey man, I got an idea." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, my wife and I went on this trip. I think it was their honeymoon or a vacation, but they went to Uganda. I think it was Uganda. They stayed in this fancy resort. Now there's like these chain link fences, barbed wire fences around the resort, and they're like,
Yeah.
don't go outside the fence. Of course, him and his wife are like, we're going outside the fence. So they went out and they met these people that lived in the community, and he ended up meeting a guy named Dixon, and Dixon was one of the leaders in that community, and they just started talking, and they became friends, and Dixon basically through their talking, he's like, "What's up? Like these people where are they carrying the water from?" And Dixon's like, "We don't have fresh water in our community," and
Mm.
so Jason vowed to Dixon that he was gonna, if it was within his power, he was gonna figure out a way to build a well in their community. And
Wow.
so Jason was asking me, he's like, I went to these other water-based nonprofits, and they all were like, we don't work in that area. And I said, well, let me see if we do. I don't know if we work in that area either. Long story short, we don't work in that area, but one of our guys that is over Africa was like, we don't work in that area, but if it's funded, like we can call the company that we contract to build wells, and they'll build a well, and
That's
they'll
sweet.
they'll uh they'll teach them how to use it, and so it won't, if it breaks, they'll know how to fix it. They'll give them instructions and like schooling on how to take care of this well, and like it was like Christmas that year. I like get a video of like the water shooting up out of the ground, and I'm just like, you know, it was a long time coming, but we figured it out, and that's just a testament to that guy. Like
Yeah.
he's probably had one of the biggest songs in the '90s, and
Right.
Hmm.
super talented, good dude, and but he's just keeping it real, and
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for that. There's a lot that
I
aren't
love
like
that.
that. y'all.
No, right.
There's a lot that aren't like that. So when you come across like the people who really care about other humans and
Hmm.
realize that what we've been given is just a small opportunity, and it's what we've been put in a place, wherever we're at, to bring a little good,
Yeah.
it's like that stuff matters, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And on that tour, like you could tell like, everybody was having fun for one, but just
Yeah.
I'd never seen Lifehouse. I'd seen Switchfoot many times, but I hadn't seen Lifehouse yet, and that was always one I wanted to see, and just the most down to earth guys. So it was really cool. It was really cool to go to that show in Boston.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Pete, were you hanging by a moment?
I
I
was.
was.
I was.
Oh,
We all are. Just
I
you
was
and me
like,
and all the people.
that was a good tour.
Oh, good.
How did I miss all of these tours?
Man,
Did
I'm
did
so bad. I've been to so many shows that I'm like, I'm at the point where maybe I'm just an old man, but I'm like, I just don't have my ear to the ground. Like I'll like somebody like do you guys listen to Steven Wilson Jr.?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is so good, dude. And he played in Nashville and I 2 nights at the Ryman and I missed it.
Oh, I work for a food truck and we were set up at the Newport Folk Festival and he played that. And I'm like, who is this guy? And that's how I got into him. And then I find out he's married to Lee Nash. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a band called Autobahn that was
Okay.
I would say nowhere near as good as he is.
Oh, he's
But
awesome.
yeah,
He's so good.
they
I
were in
don't know about
Nashville.
Audubon, but he's good. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you guys listening to? What's like your is there any new music you listen to? Is it because I end up listening to a lot of old music.
Tell him,
Same.
Kevin. Tell him, Kevin.
Let's see. So new bands. There's a band out of Maine I've been listening to called Weekend Friends that I really like. They just put out a new album earlier this year. That one's really good. There's this band out of Virginia called Pulses. That
With a
I
period.
yes, Pulses. Period. I really like them. It's kind of mathcore screamo type stuff, but they throw in like some like a little bit of like hip hop influence or like some jazz and stuff like that. They just kind of do like whatever they feel like doing. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
I got some buddies out of Connecticut named Pocket Vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Definitely check them out if you. It started off as a man and woman. They're partners, and she paints on stage while he plays piano. And then they had there we go, there it is.
I'm reading their book right now.
They did and she's an artist, so she did a graphic novel all about touring. They did 50 shows in 50 days,
Oh, that's awesome.
and like set the world record, but they couldn't afford to bring the Guinness people out, so they really just set it.
Yeah,
Like he plays mainly just piano, and then they'll bring in a couple other guys when they do full band sets, and they're phenomenal too. So
yeah.
it's a really fun.
Oh, that's
There it
awesome.
is. Yeah, they play all 50, all 50.
I love that.
But yeah, Pocket Vinyl's really cool sound. And right
Yeah.
now they're working this year. They're working on covering albums. So they covered White Album. They covered Jolene, Dolly Parton, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
then they're working on Neutral Milk Hotel, and then they have one more coming up. So he's just like, I'm working on home recording, so I'm
that's
just gonna
awesome.
release it for free and just put it out there.
That's cool. Dude, there's this guy, a good friend of mine actually, and he played with David Leonard
Mm,
for a little bit, and he's played in some other bands, but he's always done like he's produced bands, but he's always kind of been in the I guess that's kind of Steven Wilson Jr. too, but he's always kind of been in the background.
yeah,
He just was like, man, I'm gonna start posting every day on TikTok and Instagram, and like, dude, he's I think he's got a ton of followers like just in a short amount of time, but he literally posts 2 songs a day, and they're just him with an acoustic playing a cover like he does like Beatles songs, Coldplay, Foo Fighters. He did a Wheatus, that
nice.
band Wheatus. He did that
Oh
song
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Teenage
he do
Dirtbag,
Teenage Dirtbag?
and it got a lot of. And his name is Dirk. He goes by I think his handle is like Hello, I'm Dirk or something like that. Let
Oh,
me look.
that's sweet.
But you should
Because
check
twice
him.
a day is pretty. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and they're
That
good.
kind of frequency over time. Yeah.
His voice is. I mean, it's easy. Yeah, it's Hello, I'm Dirk. But it's easy. I mean, it's easier because he's like people are like, what mic are you using? He's like my iPhone 12 mic, and but he's just
Like a computer. Yeah.
he slows everything down like he did a Green Day song, and it was like really it's
Wait
really
a second. I think I've seen him. Yeah.
yeah. Here's what he looks like. I don't know if you can see.
That's an engaging way.
Oh yeah, I've seen his
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, I want to take him. I want to take him out with us when we do. So I don't know if like so next year is 30 years that since we started as a band. So it'll be our
Awesome.
Bleach 30, is what we're going to call it, I think. So we got some plans. Hopefully we'll do some things. So we definitely wanted. I think we're gonna do a tour in the late spring. We're
Okay.
gonna do some festivals, and then my thing I really want to do, which I think this will be so fun, is to do a weekend, like a long weekend here in Columbia, where we most of us live, and basically like just hang out, hang out. We'll
Nice.
do some shows. Like we'll do like I want to do like a garage rock show in a garage, like a literal garage
Yeah,
rock show.
yeah.
I wanna
Nice.
do a proper show, at a venue. And then I really want to do like some kind of acoustic, like go to an island somewhere and uh make it more of an experience, like people like the John boat ferries are going to take you over this island, and then we're going to
Hmm.
have a campfire and play some music. I mean, that maybe that, or I don't know, maybe we'll go to like one of the studios we recorded at and do like a thing there. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But also, I need to take some people fishing.
Come on.
So,
Yep.
There you
so
go.
maybe I'll get those reels and rods ready for you guys.
Oh, squids assemble. Let's go.
Yeah.
I need to
I'm
get
in.
back
I
to
have to find a
Nashville.
fly rod. I'm not that fancy, but I'm sure I can.
Oh, I will. I'm in.
And
But
I was just thinking about the other guy on this podcast who's normally here, Jared Fries or Free. How do you say it? Freeze.
It's freeze,
Freeze.
but we like to
Jared Freeze.
tick them off and say fries. It's spelled fries.
Yeah,
It's more fun to
he,
say fries.
he couldn't make it tonight,
He was at
Davey,
Furnace
but
Fest as well.
yep. But
yeah.
I think if he knew we talked about new musicians and we didn't bring up PDUSA, he
I
would
was
probably be
about-
upset.
I
Yeah.
was about to. Yeah, PDUSA for sure. Yep.
I'm not a. I mean, I'm not a fan, but Jared really likes him. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I think a couple of our dudes love him too. So I just don't know much of his stuff. So I'm gonna check it out. I need to
Yeah.
check
He was in my top 5 at Furnace Fest.
Hmm.
awesome.
Yep, he was good.
did you check out any other sets at Furnace Fest?
Mm.
I didn't really get to. I mean, I saw As Cities Burn a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, right before y'all.
They're awesome. They're so good. But I didn't really get. I felt like I got there. My wife got there in the middle of our set.
I remember.
Yeah, you're like, hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for making it.
Yeah, I mean, she was ready to turn around a long time. I was like, "No, you gotta come," because my daughter, it's like I wanted her to be there. And then I had a friend the Bad Luck Burger dude,
Yeah.
Hmm.
not Andy. Well, I love Andy too, but Cody was my roommate, and he was
Wow.
in the wedding, the band, The Wedding,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah, he was my roommate. So I hung out with those guys a lot, and I feel like I just hung out with people like the whole time, which was what I was there for, but. Yeah, I didn't get to see. I wanted to see Foo Fighters really, or not Foo Fighters, but Jimmy Eat World. I heard they
Right.
were awesome.
It was a cool set. But
Mhm.
we've also found that at Furnace Fest especially, and we've talked about it at length, but it's all about the hang. You see
Yep.
friends along the way you haven't seen in years or new friends, and especially in that venue, for whatever reason, it just so conducive to the hang.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was like. I love the fact that my daughter was there because I was just like, man, this is a place where she sees people that don't. I mean, maybe look like her uncles in Bleach,
Right.
tattoos, but a few steps beyond that in some ways, And I'm just like, but to see like I mean, some of the hardcore bands and like
Oh
heavy
yeah.
bands, I'm just like body slamming each other and like, or just like the pit. Like I'm just like, dude, that's a crazier pit than I'm a little scared to go over that shed. But but all those people picking people up and it's just a good spirit. It's hard to it's like you find the craziest looking, meanest looking people and they're like the nicest,
Oh yeah.
Right.
so that's what I love. It feels like does feel like that. It feels like a family. I would love to play it again.
It-
So
Definitely. I mean, Joe Yerke from the old Insiders, friend of the pod, overlord of the pod.
Yeah.
He Heidi, his wife, uh, came to see him play. She had never seen him play before. This was 2 years ago at Furnace Fest, and she was like, "I don't know if I want to go because I don't know. It's a hardcore festival. I'm used to country music festivals."
yeah.
And she's that was what she came back with was It was so much fun because it was the nicest people she'd met, and all these guys tatted up like while they're big dudes, intimidating, whatever, and they're all just picking each other up, and they're like, "Oh, hi, how are you today?"
Yeah.
She was blown away at the kindness at it. So I'm like, that's kind of cool for what a festival that is Furnace Fest. That Joe's like, "Yeah, you got to come. It'll be fun," and then she just dove in. She loved it.
Yeah. There's something about it, man. I mean, even that music. I mean, I'm just like, we're just a rock band. I mean, we're
Yeah.
garage band. That's kind of what we've always said. We're just like a rock and roll. It's funny because I don't even like a lot of rock and roll. Like some of it's just too like I'm just not into it. But
Sure.
we're not. I mean, we're not heavy like some of those bands. And I'm just like, but I did love I just love the feeling of like watching a band on stage and just being like something really bad might happen pretty soon. I don't know what it
The feeling of impending doom.
There's like this
right.
fear inside of you of like, oh, this could go terribly wrong. That dude could fall off of the. And I think we definitely wanted that as a band too. Like
Yeah.
jumping off back in the day, jumping off of stuff and that we probably shouldn't have. And
I don't know. I saw you jump out during Furnace Fest.
yeah, that was a soft jump. That
was great.
That wasn't something I done. It's funny because even doing that show at all the shows we've done, my natural tendency is to go into the venue and the first thing is to look at what I can climb on.
Yeah.
Like look at what I can climb and jump off of.
That's what John Foreman does too. That's a John Foreman approach. Yeah.
As a dang,
That's what Jeff Fortson too. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeff. But even as a old man, I'm still looking at that and I'm like, what am I thinking?
That.
Why would I even think that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate that.
I'm like, how high can I get and jump? That's pretty much what I've been looking for, but probably better that I haven't. I'm also way more than I used to. Probably a little less easy to catch. People catching me are older. So it might not be a good idea.
There are so many ways it can go askew, and it's the sort of thing that I mean, the opposite is looking at it from the insurance adjuster's perspective, I think, where they're like, well, you have to have a barrier because otherwise people are going to jump from the stage. And Furnace Fest did away with barriers because they're like, that's no fun.
But they put the signs up. They put the signs up. So
Right. It's clear that you can't have any fun here. Please be advised.
Yeah, I think the barrier, it's like you just automatically think, well, how can I jump over that? It's like
right.
Yep.
real far back for me.
It's a chasm to be crossed.
That's right.
At least back in the day, but I'm lightening up these days a little bit. Well, dudes, it's been good.
Yeah.
Hey, a pleasure. I'm gonna have to say goodnight too here.
Well, Brock, you got to give us an outro before you.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the news from Lake Scabagan, where all of the old records are good, all the new records are good, and all of Davy Baysinger is good.
Onward, pickle soldiers.
There we go.
We did it, guys. Another perfect podcast.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Davey.
Oh, man.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks for spending some time.
Yeah, let's hang again.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll send you out that comparison, however way we do it. Yeah.
I want to see it because I want to show it to the dudes. We literally were just talking about Super Drag the other day. So.
Oh, sick. All right.
Nice.
All right. See you, boys.
All right.
Cheers.
Have a good night. Thank you.
I'm still parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm sitting here just parked out by the lake. If you're wondering where I park, I'm out parked by the lake. It's the lake that's 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. It's the lake that's parked where I'm at out by the lake.
We need to get back to the basics of life.
A heart that is pure.
Pure?
And a love that is blind. Yeah.
A faith that is fervently
grounded in Christ.
A love that endures for all time.
time.
Whoa. You got to keep that part in because that was
Yes,
that's
part's
gonna be
good.
amazing.
That part's good. Now we do Point of Grace. That one's going to be harder.
Is there a song by then that we
What
should
is
know?
the big Point of Grace?
God isn't. Wait, no, that's Twyla.
Yeah.
And this leg is